Hello everyone! In today's video, we'll talk about the top 3 best decks of this season. These decks are the most popular in the game right now, and I'm sure you'll like one of them. I've already reviewed a couple of these decks in some of my previous videos. You can watch gameplay with these decks on my channel. One of the videos is right there at the top of your screen. Deck number 1. And there are no surprises here. This deck is currently being played by the world's top player. And yes, you guessed right, it's the Royal Hogs Evolution deck. Why is it so strong? First, the evolution of the Royal Ghost. This card is just insane right now. It defends, punishes your opponent's mistakes, and literally takes out everything that stands in its way. Secondly, the evolution of Royal Hogs. And this is where the real magic begins. The Evo balls create such pressure that the opponent simply cannot catch their breath. Each attack is a chance to destroy half of the tower and sometimes even more. Together, these evolutions turn the deck into the absolute dominator of the season. Strong defense, insane pressure, perfect cycle speed. It's no surprise that the world's top one chose it. In the recent balance update, cards such as Goblin Hut, Ice Wizard, and even the evolution of Royal Ghost were nerfed. But, despite the nerfs, all of these cards are still incredibly powerful and continue to give this deck a huge boost. Lightning, on the other hand, is a different story altogether. It fits perfectly into the gameplay. It helps fend off heavy pushes, it takes out key buildings, and most importantly, it clears the way for our Royal Hogs so they can safely reach the enemy tower and deal their guaranteed damage. That's why even after all the nerfs, this deck remains powerful, stable, and extremely dangerous. If I can hit his 2 dragons with lightning, that'll be the end of the battle for him. It was a great game, wasn't it? But we're not stopping there. Let's move on to the next battle. And now, it's time for one of my favorite decks in the entire game. To be honest, I've been playing with this deck for many years, ever since my old main deck became obsolete. But we'll talk about that in the last battle. And now we have a deck on the screen played by a person who can rightly be called the best player of this archetype. Turan, ranked in the top 12 in the world, is tearing up the ladder with a deck featuring the Royal Giant and the evolution of the Royal Ghost. I've made more than one video with this deck and its various variations, and right now, you can see them on your screen. Wanna watch? Just go to my channel and you'll find everything there. At least we got lucky in one way. Our opponent doesn't have Mega Knight evolution. And that means one thing, the game should be much easier for us. And to be honest, I don't even understand what kind of deck he has. So let's talk about ours instead and analyze it in more detail. With the release of the Ghost Royal evolution, the Royal Giant deck has literally gained a second wind. There are now several variations of it. Some use the Hunter evolution, while others prefer the Log instead of the Barbarian Barrel. I personally play the second version more often. But since this build with the Royal Giant evolution is the most popular among the top players, today we'll be playing it. Why is this deck dominating the meta for the second season in a row? It's simple, the evolution of Royal Ghost. This unit in its evolved form can handle literally anything. It is incredibly stable in defense and extremely dangerous in attack. The Fisherman in turn perfectly controls both sides of the arena, making defense safe and counterattacks almost inevitable. This deck contains the perfect combination of cards. Almost all of the cards you use in defense survive and turn into a ready counterattack. And that's what makes this deck so strong. You don't just fight back, you constantly pressure your opponent and force them to make mistakes. The last game for today. In the last battle, I said that this deck was popular at one time. Well, after the rework of the Three Musketeers, this deck is back in the meta, and I'm very happy about that. Adriel, the world's top 11 player, plays a deck of Three Musketeers with the evolution of the Royal Ghost and Royal Hogs. I could talk about this deck for a long time, but I advise you to watch my video that I released earlier. You can see it on the screen right now. I won't bore you with my talk for too long, friends, so enjoy watching. Don't forget to check out my other videos and see you in the arena.
I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm steady, I cannot eat. Got no motherfuckers that depend on me. Get every friend in my family. For my girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on and I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Whole life never when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Who's lost? Who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. I'm from the stage, trying to run my pain. Never stop, no rest, till the stress is spread to my chest. Till the diamonds wrapping my neck, progress to a god from a goddamn mess. Hopeless, more tense, more blessed, dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest, I'm next. I'm too lost, come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off that rooftop. Like everything I do, nothing, based on my mood drops. Like who's lost, like who's lost. Steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. I'm from the stage, trying to find my pain.
Good video, very good. I do hope the Blue King loses in this next one, though.
Subscribe. subscribe,